Welcome back, Goblin Chefs. Not a great time in my life, but the Lord giveth, and he taketh away, and, well, I guess today he giveth. I was at like 2 shards missing for all of these guys last night. I posted it to my guild because we're about to start a raid soon, and I'm kind of the slacker in my guild, to be perfectly honest. I'm not exactly the highest rung on the totem pole, so I'm fighting desperately to stay alive and to not get kicked because I finally found a guild that doesn't hate me for the first time in my life. And I'm hoping that a 7-star increase to 3 characters plus getting a 7-star Elrond will kind of be what takes my raiding capabilities to the next level. So let's just quickly, auto through this. I can't imagine this is very difficult. And then we'll get Elrond to 7, and then we'll do a couple of squad arena battles, or probably just one, because I don't want to have to wait for the 15-minute timer to reset. Yes, thank you. Let me auto this. I'm already doing 900k with pure elves in chapters 1, and I'm not doing 900k in chapter 2, I don't think. I'm not 100% sure, actually. I would have to actually go back and look. Actually, you know what? While we auto this, my guild actually takes really in-depth notes of all of our raid performances, so I could quite literally tell you exactly how well I'm doing in each raid. So, not this last raid, but the one before. I did 1.9 mil in chapter 1. I think I did 2.1 million this time. I did 1.2 2 raids ago, chapter 2, and I think this time I did 1.4 million. I did 1.5 in chapter 3 last time. I think I got around 1.55 this time around. And I did exactly 700k in chapter 4 last time, and I think this time I did closer to 950k. Not great, I'll be perfectly honest, for the guild that I'm in. A lot of people are doing multiple 900k teams, and I guess I'll show you my roster after I finish autoing through this. But realistically, I have elves now that they're 7 stars. They're probably pretty max. I'm not going to gear 8 or gear 9 the other 2. I'll have gear 9 Elrond, Eladin, and Elro here. So the 3 most important parts of that team will be at gear 9. 7-star across the board now, finally. I have Haradrim that are all gear 8. And I guess I'll show you here show you this now. So I guess you can get you're done. I love the ceremonial when you finish a farm in one of these games. It takes a long time. You do the ceremonial unfavorite to clear up space. So I'm working on a little bit of Road to Rivendell and a little bit of Dwarves. So my teams are probably going to be Elves, Haradrim, Rohan, Road to Rivendell, Dwarves. I think that's pretty standard for most people. The only hiccup is there's gonna be a Nazgul team coming out soon, and I don't know where I'm gonna put it, because I love the Nazgul, and I'm not gonna be spending money to get the marquees up. So maybe I just run Rohan plus Gaz, and then the 5th, I just run the Nazgul just because I like him and I think he's cool and I want him. And then yes, I'm struggling mightily, very very mightily, on ability resources because I've decided to make my account as wide as possible. I guess you guys can now witness for the first time in my entire life my ascension into gold. I'm in the Death Shard, so it's not exactly easy for me to climb. People were having 7-star Rohan or 7-star elves first time it came around, and people are chunking out and they got all the full 7 stars. And I think bringing literally, I guess for my squad arena team, it's only 2 characters who have bumped up to 6 stars. But I think overall, having characters up at 7 stars, I might actually just do this. Now that she's 7 stars and a little bit more tanky, I'm losing damage, but I'm getting some evasion, some recovery, some dispel. I think it's time I finally bring Arwen off of the defensive team and into the offensive team here. I usually like to start with Aomer because he does a lot of damage. Mauher's always a good target because he gets a little annoying if you let him cook for a little bit too long. So you know what? He looks nice and squishy. We already have a defense down on him, or what do they call it in this game? Expose. Well, I guess you're going to kind of ruin everything with your taunt. A really beefy Gimli is so annoying because he gets so many stacks of provoke and defensive, and he's just, oh my goodness, he's just a pain in the butt. I've said like 400 times. I'm really looking forward to the moment where I have, a really sizable dwarf team, because they're showing some really good numbers in the raids. I know the exploit with like Rohan, you take out Lomian and you put in like a 3-star Ballin with like 3-4-3-4-3 for his ability upgrades, and you basically like guarantee 900k. I tried it. I didn't have him with the ability upgrades where he always dispels on basic and his cooldowns are reduced on his mass cleanse, so I couldn't quite get it to work. It definitely boosted my score a lot, but I couldn't quite get it to get 900k. So I'm hoping now that I have more 7-stars for that team, but also I finally got his ability upgraded. I think it's going to be I'll be able to do that, and then we are going to be working with some people in some top guilds for some secretive, the public doesn't know about it, guild strategies. They're absolutely skyrocketing everyone's numbers, so you and your guildmates can kind of utilize those techniques, get better scores in your raid, get better rewards, more Gandalf shards. And as far as I can tell, the requirements are relatively minimal, so low spenders and free-to-play players will be able to take advantage of them, and it should be a relatively exciting time. Come on, can you guys just auto a little bit faster so that I can ascend into gold for the first time and we can celebrate and we can go, whoa. League promotion, gold 2. This is the highest I've ever been. So if we go over to my player profile, yes, all-time record, gold 2, 220. Wow, very nice. Very nice indeed. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I love you, and I'll see you later.